your Storm Station forecast with meteorologist Malcolm Byron.
We showed you this not too long ago, a couple spotty showers, especially south of Baton Rouge. I don't think these are going to be a huge deal in the next couple of hours. In fact, with the loss of daytime heating, those should wrap up pretty quickly, and the majority of us won't even see them at all. 75 degrees tonight. With clearing skies, it'll be another muggy and mild morning in the capital area tomorrow, and then another hot afternoon. 93 degrees the forecast. High temperature feeling like 98 degrees with the humidity factored in at 11 o'clock. Getting past 100 for a feels like by 2. The thing is, tomorrow, I think we have a better chance of seeing some rain-cooled air overspreading the region, and that could place our feels-like temperatures and even actual air temperatures into the 80s and 90s by the time we're wrapping up the day. This time tomorrow, we might be benefiting from some rain-cooled air. Here's a look at Futurecast, starting off with sunshine, and through most of the morning, we're dry on Sunday. And then by around noon or 1 o'clock, that's when we'll start to see the first signs of spotty showers and thunderstorms. The coverage grows into the afternoon. We'll call it isolated in nature. About 40% of us seeing measurable rainfall tomorrow. Those persist through late afternoon and early evening and then shut down gradually throughout the rest of the evening hours. And that's kind of the same story moving through the rest of the Storm Station 7-day forecast. Monday, not much deviation from Sunday's forecast. 92 the high, 74 the low, 40% rain coverage. And yeah, there are some minor day-to-day variations, but this is a pretty typical July forecast with very few changes from day to day. We're also monitoring the tropics. Of course, nothing of concern closer to home, but along the southeast coast, we have Tropical Storm Chantal got named this morning. Now max sustained winds are at 45 miles per hour, and it's close enough to the coast where radar is actually detecting precipitation within it. Kind of a lopsided system where the heaviest rain is on the eastern side. That's where the center of circulation is. Now beginning to pick up forward motion, moving north at 7 miles per hour. It's been stationary for the last 24 hours or so, and tomorrow it's likely going to make landfall in South Carolina and then drift into North Carolina, continuing to weaken and become post-tropical by tomorrow night into Monday morning. But heavy rain, rough surf a likelihood. And speaking on rough surf specifically, tomorrow you won't want to be swimming out in the ocean waters for sure along the Carolina coast. And why would you want to anywhere? There's a tropical storm nearby, but where it could be awfully sneaky, where there's a sneaky danger, is off in the Georgia and Florida coast, where we have a strong offshore wind as this storm moves inland. And there's a medium risk of rip currents due to that. And for a reminder of what rip currents are, it's just a strong, narrow stream of water flowing away from the shore. And if you get caught in it, it can actually take you out to sea. So if you do get caught in it, you have to swim parallel to the shore, get out of the rip current, and then you can finally get back to land. But you never want to fight that current because it's always a losing battle. So if you're traveling or know anybody out at some of the beaches along the Atlantic-facing coast, rip currents might be an issue. Another area we're watching, not to the east where Chantal is, but to the west, Texas. Goodness gracious. In the last couple of days, I mean, in just a matter of hours, some spots have seen over a foot of rain. Again, in a matter of hours, and some of the images are just flat out astonishing. We're going to take a look now at the impact across the region.
Today will be a hard day.
Texas officials giving an update Saturday on the catastrophic flooding. More than 24 people have died and dozens are missing.
We will be relentless in going after and ensuring that we locate every single person who's been a victim of this flooding event.
The rain began early Friday, officials saying it came down so fast that the Guadalupe River rose more than 20 feet in 2 hours. One of the worst hit areas in Kerr County. This home swept away by the river. The fierce waters destroying several homes in Kerrville.
It was just an extreme amount of water coming down and rising.
Scott Walden says he was hanging on to a tree for 30 minutes until he was rescued by emergency crews. The front of his house now gone. Hundreds have been rescued or evacuated since Friday.
We went ahead and jumped out, and we got washed down 3 houses, and we finally ended up snagged on a big bush.
One of the more tragic stories coming out of Hunt, Texas, where flash floods took over Camp Mystic, a popular summer camp for girls. While many have been reunited with their families, officials say more than 24 girls are still missing. One of the campers who'd been unaccounted for, 9-year-old Janie Hunt, her family confirming she passed away in the floods. And the threat is not over yet. Much of central Texas still under flood alerts with more rain on the way. For the Storm Station, I'm meteorologist Malcolm Byron.